Mason, here's some news via Marvel and THR. Apparently, Matt Shakman has left Star Trek 4 for Fantastic Four, the movie.
Well, Star Trek 4, that wrapped filming decades ago.
Yeah, I know, but he just doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, sure.
I think.
Stop making me sit around in this studio. You finished making this movie years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
It was set in the 80s because it was filmed in the 80s.
Now, he's worked on a bunch of things, including House MD, It's Always Sunny, The Boys, WandaVision, Game of Thrones,
My goodness.
Revenge, Mason, Mad Men. So a bunch of premium television. He's done one film in 2014 called Cut Bank, which I have not seen.
Cut Bank.
Cut Bank.
What could that be about?
It's about, here we go, also known as Helltown.
Oh, so this was a movie named with a random word generator.
Oh, it's got Liam Hemsworth. It's a Liam Hemsworth film.
Oh my goodness!
Which you know what that means?
What's that?
Just not very good.
Okay, great.
Sorry, Liam Hemsworth. But
wow,
I've never seen.
We're gonna start the new season of this podcast by making enemies.
Name your famous and favorite Liam Hemsworth.
The
movie.
one
You can't say the Hunger
dressmaker.
Games.
He's in the dressmaker.
I haven't seen that one.
He dies in a grain elevator.
That's right. He jumps into a grain elevator or
Yeah,
whatever.
he's like.
So that's your favorite one where he dies in a grain elevator.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like he's been looking for a franchise, and he hasn't quite.
Sure. Those OPSM ads.
Is he doing that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Look
wonderful.
that up. Look that up on the YouTube.
Why don't you look it up?
I've already done it. I love them.
Yeah. Anyway.
They tell a wonderful narrative.
Anyways.
What are we talking about? Oh, yeah. Cut Bank.
Cut Bank. So, no, anyway, so Matt Shakman, apparently he's signed on for Fantastic Four, and you can expect, I think, and I heard this a while back, I don't know if I mentioned on the show that they're probably going to announce the cast for Fantastic Four next week.
Yeah.
Penn Badgley has been named. Are they going to circle back to a John Krasinski?
I believe friend of the show, Nando V Movies, put up a tweet today. Apparently there was some leaked potential.
Oh, yeah. Let's see it.
Okay, let's find it right now. Okay, some potential cast. This is maybe the potential cast. John Boyega. Oh, no. This is
these are just
D23 casting leaks.
Yeah.
John Boyega, Henry Cavill, Jodie Comer, Daisy Edgar Jones, John Krasinski, Giancarlo Esposito, Denzel Washington.
I love all of that.
Yeah, right? There's some rumors.
I saw Denzel Washington for Magneto or Professor X.
Maybe.
Like that.
And Giancarlo Esposito also, Professor X.
as Magneto or Professor X. Yeah.
Henry Cavill, sort of the rumors have been swirling the last couple of weeks that he might be jumping ship for Marvel to do a Superman-esque character, so Hyperion or Wonder Man or, any of those.
DC, you gotta, what are you doing?
What are you doing, DC? What are you bloody doing, mate?
But he's been waiting around, so, I mean, if they're not going to put him in it...
he's been barely able to scrape in a couple of Sherlock Holmes movies.
I know. It's between seasons of The Witcher and whatever.
Yeah.
I still think he'll come back as Superman if they could... I don't know. They're in. It's all upside down. We'll talk about it.
Now, speaking of Mad Men, which you mentioned briefly, and I just jumped on that.
Yeah.
Did you see the trailer for Confess, Fletch?
I did with what's his name?
John Hamm.
Trailers Ahoy, by the way.
Yeah. John Hamm is in it, and also John Slattery, who is his mate in Mad Men.
Yeah,
and that's fun.
I barely remember Fletch, but is that?
Maybe isn't that the?
Is that right? What he's doing?
It seems kind of fun and quippy. It's Greg Mottola directing it, who did Superbad and Adventureland.
Oh, that's great.
And then some movies later that nobody watched.
Well, are they good though? The ones he didn't watch?
Don't know.
Did you do a Liam Hemsworth movie?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
It looks fun. I don't think anybody's going to see it.
No,
but
Fletch is a million.
But I will. It's coming out on digital, and I will buy it on digital to support it because it looks fun.
Yeah, cool. And I like John Hamm. I like what he's about. Any predictions though I like Jodie Comer as anything. But it's if she was like a Sue Storm, I like that casting a lot. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anybody else? I couldn't think of actually, John Boyega would be a pretty good Ben Grimm, and he could also not be there that much.
Could be Human Torch as well.
Yeah,
they could be going the sort of the Michael B. Jordan route.
Yeah, no, fair enough. We'll see next week, but they're going to announce all manner of things and
the things.
Yes, potentially, including I think there was that poster, and there's like a Mondo poster, and it's got like Indiana Jones and other bits and pieces in it, which they're gonna.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah. All manner of symbols.
So
and
many
secrets.
things. Mm-hmm. Anyways, look, that's all well and good, but She-Hulk did a twerk and everybody's...
she has spent the last... Well, we are 3 episodes in to this series, and she has done any number of things to upset any number of people.
It's true, Mason.
And it seems deliberate, and I'm here for it. I think it is so funny.
I like it.
The show is pretty funny.
I like it. Yeah. I mean, it's nice not to be able to have to comment on it every week just to get that. We've already got comments from people that are like, if you like this, you should kill yourself and you've lost your minds.
Yeah.
I like it. I think it's pretty good and pretty funny. Yes, a lot of the CGI is very ropey at times. We've talked about before, like the reasonings behind that and how they're all crunched.
But it's you know, I think as we speculated in previous weeks, the stuff that has already been made, like the Hulk character model and the Abomination body model.
Except for the face, very strange.
They seem quite good. In fact, I think the Hulk model looks even better. They seem to have had time to like work on his stubble.
I think it's the stubble.
And his glasses wiggle when his face moves and that sort of stuff. Like that's interesting. But the new stuff, the She-Hulk specifically, that character model, not great.
Yeah.
But it depends on the scene.
But sometimes it is.
There's a scene in the most recent episode where she is being interviewed for a TV station and it's directly to camera. The twerking comes later.
Yeah.
And that looks pretty good.
Yeah.
But there are moments where she's just walking through the office and the clothing drapes weirdly and the character moves weirdly. Yeah. But I guess the Hulk kind of moves weirdly.
Yeah.
If you just have him walking through a scene, that does look odd.
Yeah, but I think again, it depends really scene to scene. But I will say this.
Yes.
Like I have been enjoying it, but as soon as I saw that twerking scene, I'm like, we're never going to fucking hear the end of this. Like this is going to be...
Unless, James, here's the thing though, because there are moments in the first episode where I'm like, we're never going to hear the end of this. And then the second episode
you think like a bigger thing?
I think a bigger thing will happen every episode. I think they will do something deliberately to top this. I think she might even be like, I reckon there might even be a moment where she's like, you don't mind when Deadpool speaks to the camera, but I'm doing it and you're all mad about it or whatever. Like I think they might be ahead of the curve in terms of that.
Yeah.
Like there were some moments in the first episode that the people were mad about. They're like, because in the comic books, actually Bruce Banner saves Jennifer Walters, but he can't save Jennifer Walters in this one because he can't be a hero anymore because we want whatever, you know that thing?
Yeah.
Because in the comic books, I think she's shot by the mafia or something. And Bruce Banner needs to give her a blood transfusion.
Whatever,
But if I may, James,
Please.
if I might head this one off, I don't think that origin works in the present day because the version from the 80s, that Bruce Banner has like no friends or allies and he's on the run and it's the 80s. And his version of the Hulk, is just like a unstoppable rage monster that just smashes things or whatever.
Yeah.
But the modern day version of the Hulk is none of those things.
Yeah.
Like if anything, the problem with the Avengers in the movies is they're like over-resourced. Like if she'd been shot, he could just be like, call up Wong or Doctor Strange and be like, can you whip up a portal?
That's a good
Can
point.
I call in a god or a super scientist or a guy who can make flying ants really big and pick her up or whatever?
He does help her. Like he
exactly,
stops her from beating up those guys.
Yeah. But
the
like worst case scenario, he takes that inhibitor device off his arm and he turns into Smart Hulk, who's him but can just leap her to safety or grab an ambulance or something and
grab an ambulance
from the hospital and bring it over
grab
or whatever.
One out of the air,
or go on social media and be like, can anybody help us?
Somebody do this.
Yeah, right. The only way her origin works now is if it happens instantaneously and neither of them can stop it.
Yeah, okay.
Because otherwise, why would he give her a blood transfusion?
Yeah. That's a good point.
Anyway, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, the other thing that I will say about the first episode is people are like, why doesn't he just kill her? Remember they were in a fight? Why doesn't he just smash the truck up?
He could just kill her. 1 second.
I mean, maybe, but like...
Have you ever been in a fight with anybody in your family?
Yeah.
Why don't you just kill them?
Why don't you just use all your strength and kill them? Why don't you punch their head off? Maybe because there'd be ramifications, you know? I don't know.
Maybe you don't want to kill somebody.
Maybe you don't want to kill someone you grew up with and you like them. I don't know. Maybe think like a human being or something. I don't know.
Also, the Hulk's strength like fluctuates wildly all the time.
He's not even the strongest version. Anyway. Anyway, if we were to...
Anyway, she's so much better than him and I'm mad, mate.
You're right, exactly.
This isn't the Hulk that I...
grew up with. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Specifically,
it's exhausting,
the Eric Banner
honestly.
Hulk.
Like, it's really at the point where like, I don't even want to fucking talk about this because I just don't want these insane incels. And like, people hear that and they're like, well, just because I don't like it doesn't mean I'm an incel. If I say that and you go, you're talking about me, that's something that you need to deal with, right? I don't want to enter in any dialogue about any of this shit. It's fucking exhausting, honestly. Yeah.
It's just a 22-minute sitcom.
And comics, like, if you've read comics at any point in time, they wildly fluctuate in terms of quality and also in terms of
and
things
logic.
And what I like or don't like compared to another person. This is just comics, but we have to hear about it every week.
Right.
God.
Let's go back to the world of comics where you went to a comic book. MCU TV series should be like comic book stores. You go in, you silently buy your comics and you leave and you don't talk to anybody about it. Anyway, what happened in 2 and 3? The twerking and something in the second episode, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's fun.
I also think it's fun.
Yeah.
And, there's little things like there's a Wolverine mention, like claws. They mention a guy sticking out of the earth.
Finally, a reference to the Eternals.
Those are things that are just like you can very quickly do that in post because it's just like a newspaper. They're just 2 small newspaper articles. But I think the big thing also from the first episode was Captain America had sex at one point or whatever. So, people were excited or angry about that or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's fun.